don't want to say Hollywood lied to us.
Don't say it. Don't you ever say it.
Okay, well, that was easy.
The modern road proves alcohol proof.
One of my earliest memories was seeing Raiders of the Lost Ark at the movie theater. And one of the most iconic scenes in the movie is that total bar fire.
Yes, it went up like kindling. That's not really how it works, is it?
What? I mean, but that's the cliche, is every time you see a bar, every time you see a single match in a bar, you know whether it's a movie or television show or Uncharted game, literally everything's gonna be on fire,
It's
right?
like, oh my God, they're all gonna die.
Yeah, exactly. Now flash forward to me being dumb, maybe drunk, and in college, I remember having a campfire and pouring out whiskey on it and everything just sizzled.
Yes, I remember getting into my grandmother's vodka and pouring it on the sidewalk and trying to light it. Nothing happened.
So the truth is somewhere in the middle, and this is a lot of experience as a fire eater coming out here because I've had to learn about all kinds of different fuels to do the fire blast, the thing where you blow onto a torch and you make the explosive.
The one you told me never to do.
Yeah, no, that's how everybody gets injured. When the fire blast goes bad, it always results in a face melted off, and it turns out always they're using Everclear.
Really?
Yes, either Everclear or Coleman Camp Fuel.
That is one of my favorite things on the internet, fail videos.
Oh my God.
Specifically, people doing the shots.
They're always doing the flaming shots. They're always pouring liquid that's burning on their faces, and they're always shocked.
It's the best.
Shocked.
That alone, not pornography, not email, makes internet communications the greatest achievement in mankind.
Okay, so on the one side, we got the idea, our experience shows that alcohol is very difficult to catch fires. Hollywood says everything catches fire instantly. The truth, of course, is somewhere in the middle.
All of them have ethanol in them, and all of them are flammable.
So you have a whole spectrum of flammability. You have stuff that's really, really flammable, stuff that's very difficult to catch fire, and the indicator of how flammable it is something called Flashpoint. You can look up the Flashpoint for things like Coleman Camp Fuel, for gasoline, for Everclear, which is almost pure ethanol, by looking up the Material Safety Data Sheet. That's MSDS, and then whatever you're looking at. One of the items on there will be the Flashpoint. The Flashpoint is the temperature at which that fuel will combust. Now, for some of them, like for example, camp fuel, it's like negative 14 degrees. This thing can be colder than ice, but it'll still immediately combust the moment it comes in contact with flame. Something else like charcoal lighter fluid has a flash point of like 115 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's got to be even warmer than it is right now.
So it's not just the flame that you're applying to it, it is the temperature of the chemical itself.
That's correct. And when fire eaters do the fire blast, oftentimes it's not the liquid itself combusting, but instead the oxygenated vapor. You'll notice that there's an atomization they do. They kind of blast everything out into a cloud. It's the vapor that combusts, not the fuel itself, which is super important because if the flash point is low enough that it burns as a liquid, that means when you do that giant cloud of fire and it comes right back down, whatever spillage is burning on your face. Here, let me show you.
Oh, good.
All right, this is charcoal lighter fluid. This is meant to start fires, right? Light that match and put it in there.
Okay.
What do you expect to have happen?
That it's gonna just burst in a flame. So it just extinguished it.
Yeah, so in this case, the flash point is high enough that it is not at a sufficient temperature to immediately combust. On the flip side, whoa, that was dumb. I shouldn't have done that.
What are you doing?
This is Everclear, which is alcohol. And this one, I'm gonna actually move the fuel sources away because I think you'll see something very, very different.
And this is booze that is meant to be consumed by humans, right?
Theoretically. Oh, it is burning.
it is.
That's
You
the
can't see it.
diabolical thing. Put your hand over it.
Yeah.
This is why professional fire eaters don't use alcohol. Is number one, it burns when it's not supposed to burn. Number two, you can't even see the freaking flame. That's why faces go hideous and melty.
So the one that is meant to burn things didn't light when we dropped the match in it. The one that's meant for people to drink totally went up in flames.
Correct. Again, the flash point dictates the amount of volatility for the fuel. In this case, the flash point is higher than the current room temperature. In this case, the flash point is much lower than room temperature. I don't know about these guys though.
Okay, so these are going to have much lower alcohol by volume.
All right, let's science this.
Yes.
What are we starting with first?
The misnomer.
Fireball. There's no way. This thing is like half sugar syrup and water. Actually, 66% sugar syrup and water.
Yeah.
And only a little bit of whiskey in there. By the way, this is also, whoa, okay. Well, that was fast. Try lighting a few of them.
Okay.
Take a big batch of them because imagine it closer to 150 degrees or whatever. At that point, you got those volatile vapors everywhere. Seems like that should ignite. not so much.
No, sound theory though, and considering that we are shooting this in a garage in the middle of a Texas summer.
That's about as generous as we're gonna get here.
Yeah,
All right.
okay.
All right, next up.
Whiskey.
So now this is 101. That means it's over 50% alcohol,
Yes.
right? Okay, so on the spectrum,
This is right on the threshold.
this is 95% pure alcohol and has a flash point of about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Man, I think that might be right around room temperature. I bet you drop one match in, it does not light. I bet you drop a handful of matches in, or especially if you take your time to hold it over, I bet it'll get hot enough to ignite.
Okay, so we're at 101 proof, 50.5% alcohol by volume. One match.
All right, so far my theory is validated. This time what I want you to do is take like 4 matches, light them,
Yeah.
and just hold them there for a bit. And I bet enough of the vapors start that it's gonna start burning.
You think so?
Yeah. Hold it there, down a little more. A little bit lower. All right, drop it in there. Oh, I was wrong! Oh no!
I think it was a sound theory, but it did not bear out.
All right, now let's try this. Go
Yeah.
ahead and light some matches and let's warm this. Theoretically, if we heat up this whiskey, get it past the flash point temperature.
We don't even know what the flash point temperature is.
Yeah.
You're just kind of guessing.
I mean, if it lights on fire, then that means we're above the flash point temperature, right? Oh, it's hot. We now have heated whiskey.
All right.
Try lighting those. Oh my God, it did!
Yeah, it did.
It's burning! It's burning right now!
Oh, it is.
Yes! So this is why, yes, it matters, but it doesn't matter the way you think it does. Like,
Right.
if a bar catches fire, all of that is gonna get hot enough that eventually all of that booze
Yeah.
is gonna catch flame.
Yeah, but it's not going to go up immediately.
Right.
They're all going to go up at different times because a lot of it depends primarily on the alcohol by volume, which determines the flash point.
So what do we do with all this?
I've got some ideas.
Pay you $1 to take that hot shot.
That's a lot of sulfur, man.
Come on, no, you'll be fine.
A whole,
It's
gross.
it's
Look at
smoky.
that.
It's smoky. Come
Look
on.
at the
$1.
film on
I got
top
a
of it.
shiny George Washington. Oh, waiting for you, buddy.
No, I'm good.
Chicken.
I'll give you $1.
All right. It's terrible.